through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red,
We are back at it, everybody. Back with another part 3, I should say. Anniversary, Fishing Planet, number 11. That's a big one. That's a big one, I believe. Hey, I'm excited to get back into it. We are at Genterneuzen Canal today. Starting it off, I guess, with Casting Marathon. It is going to require us to catch a roach, a flounder, and a bream and zander, all from one spot at Genterneuzen Canal. And we have to catch them at a certain distance. So I'm thinking it's going to be really important to know hook sizes, baits, as well as just tossing it really far. So that will be interesting. Fishaholics in the chat, I see. Fantastic. Right on, man. You made it. That's good. We got Lauren is here. Lauren's probably gone by now. But anyway, he was here in the beginning. Camille is here. Happy early birthday, but your birthday is next Wednesday, so hopefully we have a live streaming. Say hi again and happy birthday then. Andrew is here. We got Northeast Angling, Fishing and Stuff. Mr. Wallace, J-Ro, DG Squared. How am I doing today? I'm doing quite well. Thank you. I've had a very busy day, and it's honestly kind of relaxing to just sit here in front of this computer and just go, you know what? For the next 2 hours, don't think of anything else. Just fish and have a casting marathon. So that's the game plan, everybody. Yeah, we're just gonna have a fun old time, do some fishing, and hopefully catch these 4 fish that we need. So let's go ahead. We're gonna travel. I think the fishing spot is over here. Let's go ahead and get back to that fishing location. Add me on Fishing Planet, my last one anniversary. Did you send me a friend request to accept? What are you talking about, fool? I never left. Psh. I should have known. Here I was, thinking you had left. What was I thinking? Huh? Goodness gracious. Well, let's go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to this time. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let's lay down some rod stands, and we do have some bottom rods to fish with. We do need to catch a roach, a flounder, bream, and a zander. So I suppose, let's see, I'm thinking we could probably do a roach on some maggots. We do need to get a bream. I feel like maggots is a good way to go at first, just to throw something small out and hopefully hook something. Let's throw 10s on. We might keep something a little bit larger on that one, maybe size 8 or a 6. Let's do a 6. And then let's just start off by doing all maggots. If we have maggots. We do. Okay, good deal. We didn't start off completely crazy. So let's just start off by throwing out maggots 164 feet plus. I don't know how far that is, so let's just... Oh god, this is as far as we can go, actually, so... That's 178 feet. Oh man, this might be interesting. Because that means I technically, like, these are my longest rods I have with me. So we might specifically need to go back and get longer rods to make a longer cast. That's 191 feet. It's still not long enough to catch the flounder, though. This is a pretty light fish, so we can cross our fingers and hope that this is a roach, because that would cross off one of the things we needed. And then we might need to head back to the world map. Oh, a common rudd. You know, when you're going fishing for roach, the one other fish you might catch, at least in real life, fishing in England, is a rudd. And it's real tough to know the difference. It all comes back to how their pectoral fins align with their dorsal fin, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, that's funny that we're out here for one fish and we end up catching the other. Just like real life. What are you talking about? Hi, add me on Fishing Planet. Okay, good. I'm up to chat. Afontez is in the house. I'm sorry I haven't returned your message on Instagram. I need to. I'm way behind. There's so many cool video games coming out, though. I'm very excited. My brother today was just messaging me about the turn-based Star Wars game. I then told him I would not be playing that, but that it looked neat. I just struggle to finish turn-based games. They just don't keep my attention long enough to keep playing them. What do we got? A bream! A bream, but it's not 229 feet out. Goodness gracious. Does that mean we need to fish just a little bit shorter to try and get some roach, or can we just keep tossing maggots out? Hopefully get... Oh, see, that's not even long enough. We just have to reel that in. But yeah, I saw there was a new trailer or a gameplay for Warhammer Total War. So that's cool. I started watching that and wasn't able to finish the video. I saw Fable came out with a new gameplay quest video recently, so I need to watch that as well. Figured after this live stream I might watch that on the big screen just to enjoy it a little bit more. If this is another bream, okay, we gotta head back. If we're just gonna keep catching fish that we actually need, just not at the not at a far enough distance, we just need to head back and find a longer rod to cast. This is my first live. I've actually made it, but I want to thank you about helping me through the first stage of the game. Jackson! Hey, glad to hear it, Jackson. That's awesome. Have you played How to Fish yet? A few streamers are playing it. It's fishing inspired. You know, when I first saw it, was a few weeks ago or something, when I first saw a trailer for it or something like that. It sort of reminded me of another game where you catch fish and then shoot them, and I didn't understand exactly what it's about. But you do see every once in a while these kind of, what are they called? Friend slop games or whatever, where they just kind of make a ridiculous game with the hope that a streamer streams it and then like it blows up for like a month and they make a bunch of money and then it fades away into obscurity. I would put it into that category. Like, it's $5, I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm far too busy to even think about it right now, though. So, yes, I am aware of it. I probably won't play it, but maybe. We'll see. They also didn't reach out to me, which is it's just rude. You make a fishing game and you don't reach out to the #1 fishing game channel on YouTube. Psh, get over it. Get over it. Well, what's up, Rotator Chip? Hey, at the moment, I'm trying to figure out which rods we need to go. We need to look at bottom or feeder rods. Bottom rods. We got 11'9" bottom sniper. That's going to be a long rod. Are there any stronger rod? 13'2" Makanzis. Could be a pretty good way to go about it. See, we don't need the extra strength, to be quite honest. But, that being said, it might not hurt. Since that is technically a 13'10" Makanzi is the longest rod I can see right now. That's a long rod. 13 feet. That's longer than any fishing rod I have. Longest fishing rod I have is 12 feet. Let's go ahead, just because they're cheaper, and I already have one evidently. Let's buy these, and hopefully I can just switch them out with these rods in here right now. Let's see. 11'10". Oh, I already had 4 of them. 11'10", 11'10". Should we switch this one out for an 11'10"? Oh, 11'9", sorry. And then that's 35 pounds, so we need to get a reel that's under 35 pounds, and hopefully we have a lot of them since we have 4 rods. Let's see. 65, we need 35. Where are you? We got 34s, 7,000s. Look at all these. Look at all these. We got lots of 7,000s. So we'll switch these out. Lots of 7,000s. Goodness gracious. You would think that the Mega Tank 7000 is my favorite reel by the look of it. Fox93, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get some line to put on this because we'll need to switch all those out. We got 32. We could probably do 32. Is there a 35 or something like that? 38. Not sure if that'll work or not. 38. Yeah, that'd probably work. Actually, it's stronger than the rod, though, so we can't do that. Let's try. Let's 35 divided by 8. Is that it? Or is it 34 divided by 8 is 4 something? Is less than 4. 34 divided by 8 times 7. 4.25 is 29.75. So we could do 32-pound line. Let's go ahead. Let's just cut this away. I'm just gonna do 400 pounds on each, or 400 feet on each. We don't really need that much anyway, but let's just do it. 400. And then we'll need to find leaders appropriate for it as well. Come on! There we go. And the last one. And now we just need to find leaders for it. Okay. Leaders. So this is all part of the anniversary thing, is finding out all this stuff to make it work. We got 33.5 pound. I feel like that's pretty good. We should just go with that. 33.5 pound fluorocarbon. That should be perfect for what we need. Let's throw on some leads. It looks like we can get around with the same leads we had before, but let's throw on another one here. 6 ounce on that. 10-aught hook, how about? How about? Or a number 10 hook, not a 10-aught hook. My God. A roach would look at a 10-aught hook and be like, whoa, that's bigger than me. We got bells on all these except for this one, so let's put a bell on this and call it good and head back out to Genternusen. By George. Do we have a cooler bell than that? I'm sure we do. Got a Hell's Bell in here, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Where are you? There we go. We do have another anniversary bell. Let's do that. Okay, top notch. Let's head back to Genternusen Canal and hopefully catch some fish. Such a big fan of me. Oh, well, thank you. Deny Dragonfly09. Big Ali will do it as well. Well, that's a long rod, isn't it? I'm not sure how long the Big Ali is. Is there one in here? Big Ali's 11'10" and 12'10", so yes, 2 long rods, that's for sure. Let's go ahead. Let's see how far we can whip one of these guys. Finished BG3, yeah, unfortunately. I'm super excited for Fable and D&D Warlock. So I did see the first 10 seconds or 15 seconds of that D&D Warlock trailer. And yeah, it looked neat. It looked neat. I agree. Did the time change? It did change, okay. We must have been on a different day, the first day or something. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's whip this thing as far as we can anyway. Back to work. Peace out, dude. Hey, take care, man. It was good to hear from you. Alright, let's see. Is this going to get us that 262 feet? Oh, yes, it will. 317, boys. I like it. I love it. I'm happy with that. Alright. That is going to do it for casting anyway. We're about trying to get it to the other side of the river at the moment. But I think as long as we can get it out there, that one's going to be a little... Boy, if we catch a Xander on that one, it's going to be disappointing. But I think we should be fine because we're not exactly targeting them at the moment. Let's get all these out here and then we should be good. What should I do at level 55 with 2 million money? Just have fun. Fish where you want to fish. Have fun and level up in time when you level up, you know? Just enjoy the game. First bite, if this is a bream or a roach, we will have one checked off and then we can kind of lean towards the other. But it seemed like we were catching both of them fairly, or, you know, the rudd, which is very similar to the roach. Fingers crossed, though, this looks like something else. No, it is a very small, young, common bream. Hey, top notch. Well, that is one of them anyway. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. This is even lighter. Fingers crossed, everyone. The thing is if we can at least cross off a few of these that have overlapping baits, then we can dial down the baits to target the other remaining fish, you know? What is my favorite Once Upon a Halloween fish? Oh, man. I'm not really sure. I tell you what I would love a throwback to is the skeleton fish. I enjoyed the skeleton fish. I think they could do an entire Halloween thing of skeleton fish. Call it the, I don't know, the fishing planet is going... is all bones or something. I have no idea. Just something with bones, you know? And then just have it all just like, oh, the Crypt Keeper is out there and he's released his bonefish demons and whatnot. And then we just catch a bunch of skeletons of different fish. I think that would be fun. I'm fine with that. I feel like some of their more recent fish that are very colorful just look like piñatas to me. They're just very bright. They don't look scary. And as far as monsters are concerned, you know, I could care less. They just look like, you know, in the movie, what was that Pixar movie, Coco or whatever, when they had those like Mexican animals and stuff that were really brightly colored and everything. That's how the last Fishing Planet monsters have. Like, that's what I think of when I see them. I'm like, this isn't scary. How is this a monster? Yeah. But anyway. Oh, another rudd! We're close, man. We are close. I just need to make sure that I am getting out there 164 feet. I could just tell that I am the type of person who could totally just whip it out there and while I'm chatting with all of you, completely forget that it needs to be a certain distance or something like that. Finally catch what we need to catch and then be like, oh, what the heck? Man, we are not getting lucky with a roach. Maybe we need to go with an even smaller hook just to keep these bream off, because the number 10s are not working for us. Let's do a 14 on that one. As I'm playing, I always tend to put, you know, on the smaller number rods going up, I tend to put my smaller hooks on the lower number rods. It's just easier for me to remember which ones have, you know, smaller hooks, excuse me, versus larger hooks. That's just a small tip, I guess, if you want to call it that. Level 47, should I go to Marone River and grind the catfish where I have capable odds, or I only have frogs, large cutbait, and large minnows? I mean, if you have access to Marone River, you can certainly try it. It might not be worth it, though. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the middle of the sturgeon grind and you've been grinding away at sturgeon the whole time, it might just be fun just to go. Just for funsies. You know? I'm sure there's other fish that you can catch. Come on. Oh, got me. It was silver in color. I was hoping I didn't see any orange, though. But, yeah. Darn it. Hello from Portugal. Hello. Can you help me get money in Fishing Planet? By catching lots of fish? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. If you catch a lot of fish and you watch my videos on how to catch them, you will get lots of money. So, in a way, I am helping you. Started playing Russian Fishing 4 a few days ago, and I have to admit that Fishing Planet feels like a pure arcade game compared to this game. Yeah, it is. Fishing Planet does have like more of an arcade-like feeling. It's a lot easier to just kind of lay back and catch fish. You know, that's why a lot of the times when I'm doing a live stream and I've spent the whole week doing things and the whole day doing things and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to do for a live stream? I don't even know what to do. Like, that's kind of the reason I play Fishing Planet a lot, you know? If you have a lot of time on your hands, or you find it relaxing in some way to go into Russian Fishing 4 and just, like, take your time and do things at a slow pace and all that sort of stuff, then by all means, go for it. But as far as how my life goes and all of that, it's very difficult for me to make the most of it. How have I been? I've been well, Northeast Angling. How have you been? Sorry you're late. You're not late. You made it on time. What you do at 55? 2 million money. Fish, man. Just catch fish. What do you mean? Just catch fish. Strike was done too early. Your strike was done too early. How do you get money? By catching fish. Hey, Mr. Good to see you as always. Back to work, though. I must go. Aries Reaper. Stopping just to say hi, and then you're back to work. You're a hard-working man. Well done. Well done. Keep it up. But thank you for stopping by and saying hi. You're done with your anniversary Fishing Planet missions, are you? My goodness gracious. That was a lot of work. Can you tell me your favorite Once Upon a Halloween fish? I guess I never did say. My favorite, usually just thinking back, is the Frankenfish. I love the Frankenfish. I thought it was a cool design, cool kind of, you know, obviously a nod to Frankenstein. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's a fun concept. Bunch of different fish all combined together create the Frankenfish. Big old salmon noggin on it. I thought it was a cool thing. Can you open the map? You know, I think we are just playing on a random public map right now. If you are a friend with me, you might be able to just join in. You know, go to Genshin News and Canal and join a friend's map, which would be mine. Otherwise, yeah, I already have a bunch of rods out, so I don't really want to start a friends-only server and lose everything, but next map, I'll make sure to open a friends-only server. How about that? What pound line should I use for flathead catfish in real life? Well, do you regularly catch flathead catfish, or would it be like your first one if you did catch one? I would think, yeah, there's always like snags and stuff you might have to deal with as well. I think you could probably get away minimum. The minimum I would put on a rod of mine for a flathead catfish would probably be like 30 pounds. You might consider going up to like 40, 50. But unless you're like a veteran and you've caught a bunch of them and you're like, oh yeah, I've got it nailed down. I knew exactly what to do to catch a few in a night, or a potential 80 or 100 pounder or something like that. Like, I think somewhere between 30 and 50 is going to do just fine. But yeah, that's where my head would be. I don't think I would go out there and be like, oh man, I got to prepare for the biggest thing possible. Let's throw on some 100-pound line on this bad boy. Like, I think somewhere between 30 and 50 would be plenty. My catfish rods growing up, though the majority of the time we were just catching channel catfish, they had 30 on them. So I think 30 to 50 is probably plenty strong. You use 100-pound line just in case, right? Just in case you get that state record. Greetings from Latvia. Hello, hello. Been catching a ton of carp. There you go. How can I join you as a friend or club? Just by sending a friend request. I'm not sure if I can receive any more friend requests. I do have... no, that sort of still makes sense. I would assume that I can receive more friend requests anyway. There we go. That's a bite. Gotta be careful about picking up the rods now. Jeez Louise. Don't understand. Is anniversary mission just for lure, or we will get like a boat or something? I don't understand that as well, to be quite honest. Okay, there's something going on. We just keep catching ruds and bream. We obviously need to try something different. Let's go. Should we try pinkies? We could try pinkies. We could try bloodworms. That could also be good. Let's do a mixture of pinkies and bloodworms. Let's see. What do I got? I got bloodworms. Let's throw a bloodworm on this and toss it out. Well, this is a number 6, though. Let's throw on a smaller hook, since we did catch our bream. Throw on a size 14. Sling it on out there. Have you tried Fishing Planet on Switch or Xbox? No, I have not. I have not. I've tried it on mobile, but I have not tried it on Switch. I felt like I was hearing a ring there. Let's reel in another one of these guys and throw on some other bait. You caught a 49-pound catfish in your uncle's spot. There you go. Nice. Have I ever done any trap shooting? Do I enjoy it? You know, I technically have not done trap shooting. We always did sporting clays growing up whenever we went out. So no, I have not done trap. It's a very strange thing. Maybe that's why I get so thrown off when a pheasant pops up. It scares the bejesus out of me. I don't have that trap mindset. I just always have that sporting clay mindset of sing, fling, fling, fling. It's going off in different. This one's a rabbit, and it's different random things. But yeah, if I had one close by, and I had some friends that were into it, I would definitely spend more time out there shooting clays. There was even one in Lenexa that was fairly close by, and I wish we would have spent more time out there doing stuff. But alas, we did not. Boy, we throw on the 14 and bloodworms and we just keep catching bream. Currently going after the Elder Gar. Very nice. Boy, that was a quick fish for me. I caught that sucker fast. Gina, hello, hello. Hey, did we not catch it far enough out? Surely, we have not been throwing them Less than 164 feet from shore. I'm so confused right now. This is the moment where I would go back in the film and be like, what? Surely I threw that out past where I needed. Did I work for Garmin in Kansas? I think they're from there. No, no, I did not work for Garmin. I applied for Garmin, and I know a bunch of people that work at Garmin. But no, I did not work at Garmin. We were just living in Overland Park at the time, which is near Lenexa. And Garmin might be in Olathe. I'm not sure what they say they're in. Man, of course, it could be something where they have multiple. Yeah, they're from Olathe, Kansas, which is really near Lenexa. Try centipedes, then shiners at night for Xander. Yeah, we might have to try centipede if I have some, or if I can buy some. Let's. These middle rods really haven't been doing much. Let's take them in and we'll throw on some centipedes, eh? Try something different. Though now that we've got all the bream out of the way, maybe the roach are the only things left. Where from Kansas are you? You're from Great Bend. You know, I played many a football game against Great Bend. I was originally from Salina, so I grew up in Salina my entire life. Then moved to Lawrence for college, obviously at KU. Then went to Pittsburgh, Kansas for some work. And then went up to Overland Park, and we lived in Overland Park for a long time. And then moved from Overland Park up to Milwaukee. So we live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin now. What the heck? I thought there was a fish on that. Swing-a-ding-a-ling. His house that weighs 80 pounds. My goodness gracious. How's Bo doing today? You're late to the party? I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Let's reel this fish in, and then we'll have multiple rods to try centipedes or something. What are you catching? A whole lot of bream. Seems to be a whole lot of a rudd as well. We need to catch a roach, though, so we're going to change up our baits here. Unless this ends up being a roach. Doesn't look like it, though. Ah! Hey, look at that. Opposites, man. Well, I tell you what, we're definitely not going to catch a flounder next, so don't even try to surprise us. Fantastic. That is the common roach we needed. Let's go ahead and see. So you said shiners at night for Xander. That's good to know. Let's see what the flounder really like. I know we've got a bunch of flounder. I just don't know what to try. Let's try small minnows, crawfish. You could try craw. I've never tried crawfish here, to be quite honest. Can we even buy crawfish? We cannot. We cannot buy crawfish. Okay. Well, let's buy some shiners. Buy some small minnows. I'm just kind of curious what we catch with that. We could try some night crawlers as well. I think they go for night crawlers, didn't they? If we just throw out enough rods with enough bait that they like, we might just wander into it. Wish I had some cut bait. Then we could probably... Because I think the flounder that we have caught in the past have been on cut bait. Oh, we do have medium cut bait that we were attempting to catch eels on, you know? So let's do a 1/0 on cut bait, and then on this one I think we'll do night crawlers just to mix it up. Night crawlers on a number 1 aught, and then on this one, let's see. It does say small cut bait, not medium cut bait, but I still think it'll work. Shrimps. Wish we had shrimps. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else we could try. Small minnows, maybe? I'd hate to leave just because we don't have the right bait. That just sounds so dumb to me. Let's try small minnows and just cross our fingers. If we catch a few that are just like nowhere near flounder, then we'll maybe go back. I don't know. So we need to do 190. So this is like 200 feet plus now. Which we managed just fine, going out 300 feet. Goodness gracious. Night crawlers on this one. You went fishing yesterday evening and caught a 2-pound 4-ounce largemouth on a small golden spoon with red dots. Hey, very nice. Very nice. Boy, if we catch a Xander on that one, it will be very disappointing. You two lived in Salina, OMG. I was born there. Moved to Texas when I was 14. When I was 24, I moved back to Kansas. Been in Great Bend ever since. Wow, that's cool. What a small world, eh? That's funny. Ah, goodness gracious. Can you have your viewers do a poll with their other go on to or a high-end? Yeah, here, let's do it. Here, let's do it. Let's see here. Start a poll. Sorry, we got lots of rods going off right now. Might have to start juggling. Alright, we got the poll up. Y'all can give your input now for Lauren. He's going back and forth. He can't decide whether he would rather save up for a white sturgeon fishing trip or a fancy carp bait boat, so feel free to give your input so that he can put his mind at ease. Oh, shoot, we lost one. Turns out when you're reeling 200 feet of line in, tension is kind of all over the place. Like you chum with a remote toy. Like you put your your baited hooks in the boat with like bait and all that sort of stuff, and then you send the boat out to wherever you want, and then it will drop your hooks at the exact spot you want with all of the, you know, bait and all that sort of stuff. So say you're carp fishing or whatever and you want to throw in a bunch of corn and I don't know, different bird seed and all that sort of stuff, and then you can put your baited hook in there as well, so that it just dumps everything onto a specific spot. Lead all the carp into it, or buffalo, or whatever it may be. Fancy stuff. So we caught a pike on the small minnow. Interesting. Have I ever fished Erie for big walleye? I have. Actually, that's where I fished with the one guy for Meat Eater the one time. We were doing a segment out on Lake Erie, and it became a magazine article. So you probably haven't read it. It was in an article for Outside magazine. Might be able to find the... I know I had designed an ad for the inside of it as well. Let me see if I got it. Let me see. I know it was over here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This isn't the guy. This was the guide we were with, but that was the That was the ad that I designed for the magazine anyway. So, your next fishing story begins right here. Woo woo. So, anyway, that was from us fishing on Lake Erie together. You're going fishing tomorrow for Flathead, are ya? Nice. Very cool. And I am just tossing these out below 262. So if we end up catching something, if we end up catching a Xander, oh, it's going to be so disappointing. My mom brought home a turtle today, the kind that grows up to over 200 pounds. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the minnows are just giving us pike at the moment. Might be better off going to nighttime. We might still catch Xander at that point, and then we could also try and catch flounder as well. Probably those two things are switched. We might still catch a flounder and catch a Xander as well. Yeah. Unknown male or female, any thoughts? My mind immediately goes with Franklin. But I'm sure you could come up with something cool. Shelly is always something, you know, a decent choice. What was the turtle's name in Finding Nemo? Trying to think of his name. Righteous! That's all I can think of. Whoa! We got it! That is a European flounder right there, boys and girls and everybody else. We got our European flounder, by George. That means we need to switch to nighttime. Switching to night mode. Turn on night vision goggles. I'm sure that's the sound night vision goggles would make. If they made a sound. Think you were at lunch and you ran under a bridge near your work with a power bait. I think maybe carbide. That sounded familiar. That was a good stream. Oh, now that's funny. Yeah, that stream ended because it got my camera got super hot and overheated, and the stream ended. Oh man, that's funny. Big fan of the channel. Your beginner series really helped. I had no clue how to play the game and left it for like 3 years, then finally came back and followed your videos. Thanks. Hey, Ethan King, I tell you what, that is very similar to how I played the game. So, yeah, it's just funny, to be quite honest. We played the game first, tried to do the tutorial. The tutorial actually bugged out as we were playing it, and I said, this game sucks. And I never came back to it for, I don't know, probably like 6 months. And then finally came back to it. It actually just kicked us out of the tutorial and had us at level 1. We had to relearn how to play the game. And that's where the first beginner series actually starts. Is us playing Fishing Planet for the first time since that horrible tutorial. Which is why, in a way, that first beginner series is very funny, because we literally did not know how to play that game. We didn't even complete the tutorial. We were so lost. It was very fun. I look back at those. They were a very cringy but funny video series. And the channel blossomed into what it is today, eh? So that's pretty cool. You need to make sure we're throwing these out far enough. I wasn't paying attention to that first one to make sure it went out 262. Well, we might as well pick it up and make sure it is. No, it's way not long enough. Let's reel that back in and try that again. The Bass Boss mission and bought 5 uniques and still no trophy striped bass. Oh my goodness. Casting weapons harnesses is my preferred method, but trolling bombers, deep bandits, or smithwicks produce the best size. Weapons and harnesses is your preferred, but trolling bombers, deep bandits, or smithwicks. Smithwicks sound familiar. I think I have a few that I've used in the Amazon. Or maybe one of my pike lures. No, I think, yeah, it's a little bit of both. It's a long Smithwick. It's got 3 different hooks on it. I think it's a jerkbait or something like that. But I did take it with me to the Amazon, but I never used it. Smithwick. I think a lot of my divers and stuff that I have are Yozuri. A lot of the different lures and stuff that you end up taking to the Amazon are usually saltwater lures, just so that they're stronger and they're more prepared to be bit with teeth, you know? So I don't have a lot of Smithwicks. But yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm sure we were using stuff like that. I know a lot of them were kind of like, they had purple heads and they had white bodies with different polka dots of different colors and stuff like that. Pink and purple and neon green and that sort of stuff. It's been years now, but that's just what I remember anyway. We got our first Wells catfish. That's interesting. The flounder bites at night too? Yeah, I reckon. Boy, that... We are 1 fish away. This one's taking out some line. That's not too bad. Probably should increase. We haven't increased the drag this entire time on any of our reels. I have not seen that Fishaholic, no. I'm horrible about watching videos on YouTube. When I do watch a video, it's usually cooking or like a video where they try food. I enjoy those type of videos. It's really like the only YouTube video I do watch. Other than like, you know, the like 4 hours of autumn morning music and stuff like that. I'll end up watching those as well. By George, there's another flounder. What in tarnation are you doing, you crazy critter? Well, that's another one. Let's try and catch a Xander, though. What other stuff? I think they go for leeches. Don't they go for... The darn thing is that Wells catfish also go for leeches, so that could be a dangerous bait to use. However, yeah, leeches, shiners, and small minnows. We might throw some leeches on at least the 6. Let's reel in that 6th rod and throw that back out. Why did I know it? When I was tossing it and I was watching it fly, I thought, I don't know if this is going to be far enough. Starting to get a bite on that 4th rod. It's a little over 2. That's too long. That's too long. 2 hours long is too long. You got to learn some editing at that point. There's no reason to have a 2-hour long fishing video. Sounds like if it's their 3rd channel and they put out a 2-hour long video, it's just going to be their garbage dump of things that they don't want to edit at all. That makes sense. A lot of YouTubers will create 2nd channels because their 1st channel, like, they've gotten so many subscribers and stuff that they feel like everything they put out needs to be like top tier A-level stuff. So when they put out a 2nd channel, they start to think, oh, well, if I have this 2nd channel that's, you know, it's still me, but it's not like I have to put out really good stuff. I can just kind of make some other stuff that doesn't require so much work. And if it's a 2-hour long video, that's the vibe I'm getting from that. Guggen Bait team, though, I think I had a bunch of drama and started a pickleball channel. Well, that's interesting. I don't keep up with those guys. Yeah, I remember John B. I used to watch John B. A bit. That's about it. That was back in the day, probably around, what year would that have been? 2021, probably. We said we would reel in this 6th rod, and we still have not done that. This 7th rod, I'm going to switch to leeches, though. He's back after 2 years. God damn, man. It's not far enough. We just need to toss this out as far as it goes. There are some pretty funny hot pepper eating videos out there. I have not seen those. I know that the one guy that I watch a lot, Best Food Review Show, he has a bandana he wears a lot, just so that you can recognize him. He put out a video where it was hot pot from hell, which is in China, and evidently it's just a very, very spicy hot pot. My wife and I love going and doing hot pots, Korean hot pots, so might have to give that a watch, but I just haven't managed it at the moment. My wife. All right, we were going to switch this to leeches if we can buy them. Leeches. It's always good to make sure that you have enough leeches. So we're just going to make sure we have enough leeches. And now that we have 625 of them, we should be set. Got a bite. Let's toss this out and then we'll reel that one in. Oh my god, are you serious, dude? Oh, whoa. Manage them as a main channel for bass fish, channel for uncut bass fishing, and a third channel for uncut multi-fishing. Ah. Sounds like overhandling to me. That's like having a steak cooking channel and a smoking cooking channel and, I don't even know, vegetarian or something. That's just too much. Just do a cooking channel. Whoa, we got it! How about it? How about, everybody? Well, that is going to do it for Gentrinusi Canal Casting Marathon. Well done. You conquered every distance like a pro. That's right. And we are headed, according to this, we're headed to Blue Crab Island. But we got some other stuff to do along the way because it sounds like we're instead going to Falcon Lake. So let's go ahead, get our gear together, and head to Falcon Lake, everyone. And I'll make sure to do a friends-only server this time. So if you want to join us, you can. Have I ever fished with leeches in real life? No, I haven't. The people that eat those chips that burn your mouth off, Ghost Pepper Reaper nonsense, wonder what it does to their... Oh, it makes them sit down on the toilet for a good hour and then put Vaseline on their butthole or something. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. We got Falcon Lake Trout Challenge. We got to catch a trophy cutthroat trout, trophy brown trout, trophy rainbow trout, and a trophy Oregon red band trout. That is interesting, and we have to catch them all in the same day. Interesting. Huh, and they have to be trophies is the darn thing. Which is so interesting because you can put on a small hook and catch any sized fish, you know. You can put on a large hook and mainly go for uniques, but catching that trophy in between is something different. Huh. I have to think about this. What's our best method to do that? Let's try getting 2 float rod setups, 2 match rod setups, I should say. And then also keep our bottom rod setups. We'll throw out a few for that as well. We'll need to make sure we have natural eggs, fish spawn sacks, you know. Let's see. We got to get our, I think the pike setup should be just fine. Where are you, pike setup? Yeah. Let's throw that home. Let's throw this. that there, and why am I not seeing this? Oh, it's because I deleted it and made it down here. All right, so take that off, take that off. All right, throw that on there, get a hook. Let's start with 1 aughts. I don't know, we probably could. Let's just go ahead, we'll go, it's because we're going for trophies, let's go straight to 2 aughts. Let's try that. We might regret it, but we're gonna try it. And then, like I said, we're going to make sure we have natural eggs with us, as well as spawn sacks, artificial salmon eggs, maybe, brown trout. Oh, wait. Those are rainbow outlaw eggs. Interesting. Caviar bait, as well as another monster fish bait. We could get rid of our monster fish bait and use it through, you know, here. That could be funny. Let's see. What else do we got? I guess we could take some of the, like a dragonfly. Dragonfly's a pretty solid trout thing. Mayfly is always interesting for trout as well. Not sure about that. This is saltwater baits. Do we, I guess we have a lot of the other stuff already. Natural eggs, artificial salmon eggs, spawn sacks. Yeah, we already have a lot of this in our inventory already, so. Alright, well, I guess we'll just give it a go then. Let's throw natural eggs. I'm going to do 1 natural egg, 1 spawn sack, and then on this we'll do also 1 natural egg and 1 spawn sack. And we'll just see how it goes. We already got fluoro on all these. Oh, I'm on that one. That's fine. Let's try this out. And then also on this one, I think we might try... Do. Boo, 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 boo. What would be good for a trout? Falcon Lake, where are you? My little China doll. Throw that in there, and then brown trout. Narrow spoon. Spinners, narrow spinners. Narrow spoon. We have a narrow spoon special one, don't we? Yeah, 3-aught anniversary narrow spoon as well. All right, so we're going to throw 4 rods out, and then we're just going to see what we can catch otherwise, starting at 5 a.m. Pick a day with good peaks, and you're golden. Well, good. Okay. So just picking a good day is a good part of it. Can you go back to doing the test your spot videos, please? That's a good recommendation. I haven't made any videos yet, so it's not like I'm choosing not to make specifically test your spot videos. I haven't made a video at all in a long time. Can I accept your friend request for tonight, please? Well, let me look and see. Oh shoot, we forgot to make it a friend server, didn't we? Let's see. We'll switch it over to a friend server. For a bass competition, 1-aught purple narrow spoon just catches all, eh? Did we even bring a purple narrow spoon? We did. Though it's too light for this rod, evidently. Oh well. And how is this looking? We got 1 huge peak. Is that going to work? All right. Let's go over here because this is where I usually catch my Oregon red band trout. So we're just going to toss this out here. To be quite honest, I can't remember where it is though. So we're just gonna toss around and find out. Cast around and find out. Let's do that. Do one of these. We're just gonna toss out a bunch of stuff. Can Can I show all the fish that I've caught? Oh, man. In real life or in the game? Because we've got quite a few in the game. I mean, you'd scroll for a while. There's some of those skeleton fish, though. I mean, they're just fun, aren't they? That's a trout skeleton. Evidently. But yeah, I enjoy the skeleton fish. I feel like they could do an entire Halloween event for that. Yeah, lots of different fish, man. All the way down to the Japanese anchovy. The biggest fish of them all. Told me that they would let them suck on their fingernail to hook them. My work actually sells 4 sizes: panfish, regular, large, and jumbo. That's interesting. You know, the first time I ever saw a leech in real life, it had latched onto my leg. I didn't even know that there were leeches in Kansas, but evidently there were. We were swimming in my buddy's pond, and next thing I know, I get out and I go, what the heck is that? I thought it was a worm, and then I pulled its tail, and it was attached to me. Thought that was pretty funny. I actually felt pretty cool. I was like, oh man, I'm like an explorer in a TV show or something. I got a leech on me. That's awesome. But what do you think of new menu music, full Nordic maybe instead of the twangy it was before? You know, the reason they do the music they have right now is because they actually like have like a friend that like makes all their music for them. So all the music that you hear in Fishing Planet, since they're like original soundtracks, have all been from him, playing with his guitar and everything like that. So if they all sound fairly familiar, like they all sound like they might be from the same person, it's because they are. So yeah, I mean, it's quite possible that he could do more of a Nordic vibe song, but he is from Ukraine, so I'm not really sure. What do we got? What are we starting off with? These are on 2-aughts, so hopefully we just pull them in. That's our Oregon Red Band. That's exactly what we were fishing for here specifically. So let's go ahead. We're going to pack up and move. This is usually where I catch my trout, my brown trout anyway. So let's see if we can set up a rod stand here. This is usually my brown trout spot. So let's see if we can manage that. I wouldn't mind catching something else though while we're here. Wouldn't bother me none. Gotta stay organized. I haven't even had a real chance to cast a lure at all. We're getting all sorts of bites right now. Does not look like a brown trout. Rainbow! Solid rainbow. Well, they're biting on bottom anyway. Terrible leech scene. I have watched it, but I cannot remember it at the moment. I might have to give it a rewatch. All I can remember is them finding the dead body. And the train track scene. That one's like... I don't know why that like stuck in my head like quicksand as a child or something like that. Like, oh God, if there's 2 things I'm afraid of as a child, it's, let's just say 4 things, right? It's somehow being in a situation where the floor is lava and I have to stay off of it using only furniture. The second one would be somehow finding myself in a minefield and I have to be very careful about where I'm stepping. Third one would be quicksand. Obviously, we've heard about quicksand so much, it must be everywhere. And then the fourth one. would be that I would get stuck on train tracks and might just be chased down by a train with nowhere to go. We could throw on a fifth one and say leeches. How about? What's the biggest fish I've ever caught in real life? Probably an alligator gar. I've caught a arapaima that's pretty similar in size, but I would reckon to say the alligator gar is bigger. Brown trout. Which would I rather spend money on, a white sturgeon or a carp trip? Probably a white sturgeon trip. Just because I fish for carp in my spare time. Yeah, a 50-pound carp would be pretty neat. But, you know, when I go fishing in my free time, it is carp fishing. So I suppose if there was one fish I might run into just in my free time, it would probably be a carp. I will take this opportunity to show you all something again. I showed it the other day, but it's a little bit more fleshed out now. Oh, we're running into some slow work here. Hopefully it's back to normal though. So it's so this is something I've been working on for the past few weeks anyway, so I'll show it to you because it's just about complete. This is our MDO brands. It's just, I'm going to connect it up. So if you want to type in moderndayOutdoorsman.com, it'll pop up as well. But, yeah, MDO brands will pop up the Modern Day Outdoorsman channel. And here, if you ever have questions about, biggest fish we've ever caught and stuff like that, I literally have a tab for species. And so you can click on species and it will break it down by freshwater, saltwater, different regions of the world. So if you wanted to know, you know, oh, let's learn more about the alligator gar that they've caught, you know, then you can go to alligator gar, learn about the alligator gar, look at some of the photos of the alligator gar and that sort of thing. And I have this, you know, it shows you where they are, shows you a size comparison to a person. And yeah, it's just kind of a fun little resource in case you ever want to learn more about fish, the different fish that we've caught around the world. Also have destinations if you ever plan to head to England or Zambia or Taiwan or something like that, you can click on any of these and it'll give you little tidbits or advice about where they are. Give you some of the locations that we went to while we were there so that you can decide if you'd rather go there as well. Something as silly as the world's steepest road. You can go to the world's steepest road and say that you've also been to the world's steepest road. But yeah, just kind of fun stuff. We got articles. You can read articles if you want to. You got all of our videos from the Modern Day Outdoorsman channel on here as well. Yeah, it's just kind of fun. So yeah, if you have other questions about species and stuff like that, you can just come on here. And I do have a lot more fish species to add to this list. This is just what I have right now anyway. So anyway, just thought I'd show that off because we have had a few questions regarding the fishing and whatnot. So in real life. 6'8" caught in the Arroyo, Colorado in deep South Texas. Hey, very nice. That's a good sized fish, you know. I'd say, you know, anytime you catch a fish that's bigger than most people, you're doing all right. Right? Goodness gracious. Well, we still have not managed a trophy brown trout from this spot, but I'm holding out. I think we still have a chance here anyway. See ya from Australia. Good luck with the live. Hey, take care, man. Our friends from Down Under. Down Under. I was talking to someone about a potential Australia trip in 2027. We'll just have to see if we can make it happen, but I would love to go to Australia. It is the one continent I'm like missing that actually has fish. Antarctica is just going to be a challenge. I'm not sure how I'm going to make that happen, but yeah. Australia is high on the list, that's for sure. You had to pack up some leeches, huh? Did you entice them to come into your hand by giving them a little suck on the finger or something like that? Little blood. Gross. Ew. They're like little vampire worms. Certainly seem to like the bottom rods more than the float rods. You'd be on fire all the time. Yeah, stop, drop, and roll, man. You never know when it might happen. You have to be ready at all times to just stop, drop, and roll. Okay? So you all need to learn this real quick. I was actually watching a video today about how they have similar videos, or not videos, but they have similar like training exercises. Well, this is Oregon Red Band. Another trophy Oregon Red Band. They have similar videos showing Japanese kids like traffic, you know, like car wrecks and stuff like that, and how they run into pedestrians or people riding bikes. They warn kids about this early on to like avoid potential collisions with people and whatnot, and pedestrians getting hit or people on bikes getting hit. And so it's really interesting, you know. I guess when you think about firefighters coming to your grade school and teaching you about how to, you know, respond to a fire, they do similar things with cars and like people going across crosswalks, and they show what it's like for a person to get hit by a car and all this sort of stuff, so that they can like just keep it in their head. And they learn all this from like a real young age. I just thought that was really interesting. I was like, you know, I suppose if you do come from a culture that walks a lot and is like in very busy cities and stuff like that, like that is probably pretty, you know, pertinent information or something like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Can't find your name, so I can add you as a friend in the game. Oh no! Well, we're just regular old bow angles, you know. Best eating gar is between 3 and 4. I have never eaten a gar. I tell you what, back in my wife's hometown, though, there is a certain time of the year where the gar are thick, and that could be a fun thing to try sometime if I do end up going back during that time, is to catch a gar and give it a bite, see if it's good, because I have heard they are good, but they break down or something like that. There we go. That's the trophy brown trout. Wah, 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 wah. But, you know, let's see some unicorns dance. We have not seen a unicorn dance in a while. Let's give them some activity. They get fat and get lazy. And then, you know, then the horn is disproportionate to their size of their body. It's just awkward. No one wants to see a fat unicorn with a small horn. So, let's get them up and moving. And there we go. That's going to end it. Let's move ahead. I can't quite remember where to get the cutthroat. I feel like I've caught them over here before. Let's give it a shot. If we don't catch them over here, we'll go to the waterfall. But this is the first place that comes to mind. Yes. Northeast Angling. Which one are you, the amazing carp catcher? Hopefully. I'm just gonna respond to both of these. Both of you are online, so we'll give both of you. Alrighty. I am hopeful that up and around here we might find our last guy. Cameron Greenwood, how's it going? Just scoop them up with your hand. Surprisingly, it didn't suck your hand that much. Well, that's good. That's good. Lots of jumping fish over there. How am I? I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking, Cameron. How are you? Oh, just threw it out there. Now we're picking it back up. I'll throw this out here. Throw this out there. Huge fan. You helped me progress the entire game, but stuck at level 90 right now. What would be the best way to level up a little faster? Heard best is Congo. Going for the tigerfish. Need help. You know, honestly, I would fish for the Nile perch, and when the Nile perch are slow, switch to the tigerfish. But yeah, I guess if there was one thing, it's that the tigerfish are very consistent. You know, you can catch a lot of tigerfish. Hello, Northeast Angling. Because there's just a lot of them. You'll catch a lot of them. So it's very consistent catch versus, you know, a smaller Nile perch is still some decent XP, but you want to catch the big Nile perch. The big Nile perch are the ones that are going to give you the 20,000 experience and whatnot. So that might be every, who knows, 6th to 10th fish or whatever. Versus, you know, with tigerfish, you're going to catch so many of those that it's all going to add up and you're going to have a bunch of XP no matter what. I hear jingle jangles. I'm hoping I don't have to change the baits to specifically try and target cutthroat. I'm just hoping that we'll wander into a cutthroat. We'll just have to see. So far, we're just catching a lot of rainbows. Let's see here. Maybe there is a specific... Flies, mayflies, natural eggs, artificial salmon eggs. Is there a specific bait that the rainbows don't like? Natural eggs, mayflies, grasshoppers. Flies. No, that's pretty much the same exact bait, isn't it? Okay. Well, let's change up everything that we are using our natural eggs. We'll continue using that. They are biting on bottom. Let's see how far it's going down. It's going down 14 feet, which might explain why we're not getting any bites on our floats because they're so high up. So let's lower these down. Feeder rods off and away again. Big fish on this one, freaking taking out a line. Gonna be unique on here. An absolute monster! You're on PS5. Maybe that's the reason I can't find your name? Probably so. Yeah, that would make sense. We're gonna lose that other fish by the time we get this guy in here. He is ornery. Hey boy, it would have been real nice to just see that cutthroat trout just click away. Would have been real nice if it was just like, ching, you did it. Well done. We still have not caught a cutthroat, so we need to change up our baits, I think. Let's see. We could throw mayflies on one, I think. Let's do that, since we still have not tried mayflies. On one of the other ones, let's try salmon eggs, maybe? So we got salmon eggs and mayflies. Let's try that. Hopefully we get into a cutthroat. And if we don't, then we're going to change spots because this spot just might not be as good for cutthroat as I was hoping. My memory was telling me that cutthroat were here, but evidently my memory is bad. Alright, this one... let's do mayflies again. And let's make it deeper. A 1,305-pound swordfish. Nice. Are the Nile the big ones by the buoys? You have to get the boat and park it out the end of the end of the river. Yeah. Out by the waterfall. You caught the cutthroat on natural eggs? I gotcha. Well, we're just unlucky then, by George. We'll give this a few more casts, and if we still haven't caught a cutthroat, honestly, we should probably just move by now, but let's just give it 1 or 2 more fish. Always been a huge help with everything. Really appreciate you. Keep it up. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Got to go to bed for school tomorrow. Good night. Hey, take care, man. Have a good one, Levi. You're on PS5. Oh my. I think I'm all caught up. Good deal. Lauren, if you happen to be in the chat at any time, I think it's fair to say people would say go on the white sturgeon trip. 76 to 24%. 24. I said it without even thinking it. All right, I'm ready to move. Oh, that is a cutthroat. Oh, you dirty dog. We finally caught a cutthroat on mayflies. Good deal. We have lots of mayflies. On the 2-aught as well. Interesting. Interesting. This isn't a cutthroat by George. I'm going to switch to mayflies. You're level 100 now. Very nice. What is this? A brown trout. I can't remember catching a brown trout here. That's interesting. Switch this to mayflies. You know what? In fact, I'm going to switch this to a 3-aught. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I'm going to switch to a 3-aught. We'll see. If we catch something on this, it's going to be decent. When's the next update coming out, if you know? I do not know. I do not know. You know, one other thing I forgot to say. One other thing I forgot to say. Is if you go to the MDO brands page, you will see there are brands up in the top left corner of all of our brands and whatnot, and you can click on the Bow Angles logo and it will take you to the under construction Bow Angles page. So in the future we will have maybe some Fishing Planet, you know, tips and all sorts of stuff, but it's all right here, baby, under construction. So something to look forward to in the future. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully, Trophy Cutthroat. You're on your sister's account. Nice. Hey, let's see those. Oh, we need them. We need them dancing. One last time. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, Adam Barnett. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. How do we know the deep of the lake if the lake don't have a boat? You know, I really don't know. Really don't know. Let's go, Bo. Hey, thank you, amazing carp catcher. I appreciate it. That is Falcon Lake Trout Challenge there, everybody. We got the anniversary mini crank 6 foot and a pass to San Joaquin. How about? And now looks like we're headed to the Everglades. Which I love the Everglades, so that's great. Look at all these rods going off. Should we reel them in just for fun? Just for funsies? Come here, you. Get in here. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for some trophy cut. Look at that. We caught a second one right afterwards. The mayflies and 2-aught is definitely the way to go. Though I guess the first one we did catch was on 3-aught. So 2-aught, 3-aught for the trophy cutthroat in this location. God, no, we caught 3 Trophy Oregon red bands at the same time, but that is going to do it. Let's head back out. We have over 40 minutes to catch the last one, so let's give that a go. Ding, you got him. How do we know? All right, so looks like we're off to the Everglades. Catch a tarpon with the lowest possible weight. What is that? Catch a snook on the same day, and then catch a drum on the same day. What? What? That is bizarre. Okay. You know, oh, sorry, it's a red drum. I was thinking, I don't think I've caught a freshwater drum in the Everglades. How the hell am I supposed to do that? But no, they're talking a red drum. Interesting. Okay, let's do 1/0. I'm gonna, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's see, do we have a Brutus rod set up? I feel like a Brutus rod would... Yeah, we do. Top notch. Oh, you're kidding me. We don't have 2? Well, drat. Surely we do. Surely we do. The 9'10" with the Megatank 7000. know we have a lot of Megatank 7000s. I know it. Guess we're just gonna have to go with this one. A little bit stronger line on this, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so let's do 1/0 just to try and keep it low. I don't know. Got 2 Brutus rods. I'm just gonna throw this in the home inventory. Oh, we do. It all comes down to getting a small tarpon, okay? Yeah, I reckon so. The tarpon is gonna be difficult, eh? Why are we at San Joaquin Delta? Everglades, tarpon. But we can have multiple tarpon, right? Like if we catch a tarpon, can we catch a second tarpon to try and get it lower? You know what I mean? Or is it just like the first tarpon we catch, like that's it? That's the one we have to go with. Surely we can go larger. Wonder which. I feel like scaled sardines would give us the best chance, but it's a big bait. I'm wondering if they would go for it. I don't know. I don't know. Scaled sardines. Been watching since BZA Beginner Series. Nice. Shiners and large cut bait, you say, huh? I was thinking the other ones would be set with shiners. Guess we can throw some large cut bait in here, though. But I kind of want to avoid large cut bait. I think scaled sardines are going to be too big. It says weight extra heavy. They're going to be a big bait. Sort of the difference between using a large minnow versus a shiner. But I'm hoping that the small hook is what gets them going. And then for... definitely for the snook, I feel like the shiner is going to work fine. We could throw lures as well. Shiners, large minnows, shrimp, crawfish, scout sardines, finger mullets could be interesting. I don't feel like I've used finger mullets before. They don't go after finger mullets, so that could be a surefire way to catch one. Finger mullets, where are you? Finger. Where are you? I'm gonna have to go to all. Finger. There they are. We found them. And then I usually go with crabs for the red drum. Crab is usually a pretty surefire way to catch a drum. So we might go with crab. Let's just give that a go. Let's try that. Love watching you. Would you do a rerun of the beginner series? That is the plan. I actually have one part ways edited already. Just haven't managed to finish it. Alrighty, let's see what our markers are out here. I guess if you don't have a boat, you can tell how deep a lake is just by bringing up the tablet and then seeing, this is dark blue, so that's going to be 9 feet. Another way you can do it is by having a feeder rod or a bottom rod like this and then just tossing it out and then watching in that top right corner, 6.3 feet. So it's 6.3 feet deep right there. Am I using AI to help with editing or a website? The website. Yes, I pretty much just designed everything, sent it a bunch of photos, and was like, how do I make this do this? How do I make this do this? It would just freaking crank out code. I would put that into the coding software. We would look at it online and make sure it worked correctly. If it didn't work correctly, then I would come back to ChatGPT and be like, it's not working correctly. How do I make this do this? It's telling me this. It would say something else. It'd give me a bunch more code. And that was basically it for 2.5 weeks. We just went back and forth trying to build that site. But yeah, that's how we built that website anyway. But as far as the video creation goes, no, I don't use any videos, or I don't use any AI for that. Just edit it myself. Decorated redfish over there, but yeah, I always cast to the right side for redfish. I always catch to the left side for snook, and somewhere in the middle for tarpon. So let's just see what we can do. I guess let's throw down a rod stand. We're not really worried about time necessarily. Though I've always ended up catching tarpon at night, I feel. Let's just throw out a bunch of them, just kind of spread out from left to right, and we'll just see how we do, I guess. Starting with number 3, is that it? Yep. Number 1 hook, number 1 aught hook, I guess. Feel like if we're gonna catch anything, it's gonna be a snook. What's the deal there? Can I make a friends? Oh, shoot. Can you just join in? Is there a way you can just join in to where I am? Surely you can just see where I am when you come to Everglades. EVE Online, I guess it's really ha! I have heard of EVE Online. I've never played it myself, but that's cool. Nice. Came back for the results, still hasn't helped. What do you mean? It's pretty it's pretty easy to tell which one you should do. I know, you know, darn thing is, what gives you the immediate satisfaction? Probably buying a bait boat. You can fish while you save up again for a sturgeon trip, right? Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting on your hands, saving up for the sturgeon trip with nothing to show for it. So I'd say you could probably just go for the bait boat. That way you can have fun with it while you save up for the other thing, right? That's just logic. That's just rationale. Pure rationale there. Do you know you can catch largies here? You can catch largies just everywhere in the Everglades. They're just everywhere. Well, I tell you what. You came here for the super crazy action of tarpon fishing the Everglades. You are going to be disappointed. Just sounds like a once-in-a-lifetime thing if your life doesn't revolve around fishing. Sounds amazing, though. Yeah, no, it definitely does sound fun. I want to go there. For some reason, I tend to value big-time travel at a younger age, versus I feel like as I get older, I'll just want to not travel so far away. So then I'll be like, well, let's just go to Canada. I don't want to travel too far now that I'm 50 or something like that. I don't know. I could be crazy. All right, what do we got? We got a 13-pound tarpon. I feel like that's not too bad. I feel like it could be worse. So now let's do... That was on... What did we catch that on? Let's see. Quit spitting the truth. Spitting that truth. That truth. We caught that on Shiners. Way out at that marker, you can make note of it. But let's see. Reel this in. We'll throw this out at the snook spot now. I feel like the Shiners are still pretty good bait to use for snook. Not even move the... I think you just called me old. I did not. You liar. I called you a liar. Sauce is here. And I think we were also going to try finger molds, weren't we? That was like the one bait that stood out for snook versus the other ones. I always like to throw out just left of this little patch of vegetation and sticks and stuff over here. Good size, Bo. Good size. Hey, good. My God, look at how many freaking numbers are there. That's, you know, they cut it down when you see it in your keep net and whatnot. So it's a 13.470 pound. They cut it down to 3 decimal places after the pounds, you know, 0.470. However, behind the scenes, what you don't realize is that it's actually 13.470244219,496. What is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Maybe just 11. 11 or 12 decimal places. That's how That's like how specific the game considers different sizes of fish. You know, when you see like a 12.1 pound largemouth and it's in first place versus a 12.1 pound largemouth that's in second place, well, it's probably because those other 11 numbers are smaller than the other one, you know? But you don't see that. That's interesting. I've never taken notice of that until today. That's crazy. Yeah, I really hope that my next fish is 13.4703, not 14 or 13.4701. That would just be awful. So far, the shiners or the snook don't seem very happy about my finger mullets. We'll see, though. 18 Vancouver Island was the coolest place I've ever seen. Also saw huge fish near the ferry docks. Oh my. Oh my. I see some movement on the high seas over there. The low seas? What would you call this? This is the sort of entertainment you all come. Oh, do you have to use bait? No, technically not. I could use lures. I'm just being lazy. Oh, we finally got some. Doesn't seem to be bigger. It's 8.501. Interesting. Okay. It is low, though, so that is good. That is what we're looking for. We are looking for snook that are small. But we just want them to be a little bit bigger than our tarpon. But if we continue to catch small snook like that, we might end up changing it so that we use a 2-aught and catch one a little bit bigger. I've been watching the beginner series and you have helped me through my journey to level 36 and more to thanks for giving me an awesome fishing experience. Nate! Glad to hear it, Nate. That's awesome. Well, keep at it, and 36 is a fun level to be at. So hopefully you keep it up, and it won't be too long, and you'll be getting into the sturgeon grind. And then best of luck to you. With a salute. I salute you. Every good man going into the sturgeon grind deserves a salute from their fellow fishing planet brethren. Probably have to pick up that one rod. It's just in the vegetation at the moment. Snagged. It was big snag. I'd say as long as we can keep this one under like 18, 19 pounds, we should be fine. Because red drum over 20 pounds, I feel is fairly simple to find here. Not 100% certain, but I would think anyway. So we might be pretty safe switching to a 2-aught for the snook, but I'm just crossing my fingers that we can make it work without needing to do it. But we will just have to see, I suppose. £43 drum there. There you go. Trying to think of what all lures I might be able to use. Anyone have any plans for the weekend? Summer is winding down, man. We're coming into the fall now. These bottom rods are doing absolutely nothing out here. I'm not really sure what to do about that. Maybe they're just not a good rod to use for the snook. Thought we would toss it out just in case, but so far I feel like we've only had interest on the match rods. Let's switch these up to a 2-aught, and we might throw some shiners on there instead. Hopefully that ensures that when we do catch a snook, it is bigger than the 8.5 pound one we caught recently. Might want to try 10 inch. I think I'm using 12 inches actually. So you wouldn't think 2 inches of difference would make all that much, but maybe so. We'll lower this one to 2 feet. How about that? We do have another hump in the evening, but I was hoping to save that for Red Drum if we needed it. We have 12 minutes remaining in the live stream, though. Boy, if we could finish that this by that time, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? Really don't seem to have... We could try a popper, maybe. You're just getting into the game and you're at Emerald Lake right now, eh? Tuesday for the huge carp. Hey, good luck. If you're at Emerald Lake right now, you should save up and I mean, the thing is, you could stay at Emerald Lake till you hit level 30 and go to St. Croix for pike. However, if you get bored before you get to that point, you can go, if you enjoy trout fishing, you could go to Falcon Lake. If you enjoy bass fishing, you could go to Everglades and fish for bass. But if at any time you just need to return to a home base of sorts to just make more money, I would just go back to Emerald Lake. It's going to be your most consistent source of money. But yeah, I would follow along with the Essential Beginner series just to make sure that, you know, you're following a good path, I guess. So check out the Essential Beginner series playlist just to make sure, I suppose. And I hate to say we might have to move forward an hour because I think the fishing's not going to be as good, but it might just spark something. Oh, there's some interest. Come on, give us something. Oh, that's a stop. Do something. Do something incredible. Go, go, go! Ah, that's horrible. Well, let's go forward. It's going to be on the slope down, but hopefully we can catch at least one fish. And if we catch one fish, then we can move forward to the evening and hopefully catch our last red drum we need. I'm going to reel this in and put a 2-aught on there just in case. If we do manage to catch one more fish, I do want a better chance that it is going to be bigger than the last tarpon we caught. Texas rigging a Senko. Could adding an extra hook to the other end of the worm help? I don't know. I've never Texas rigged a Senko before. Possibly. I mean, they do add like trailer hooks and stuff to all sorts of other lures, spinner baits and bass jigs and all sorts of stuff. So could see. The bass just have a tendency to just suck up the entire thing, right? They just create a huge suction so that if there's a worm there, they just go and just suck up the entire thing. Though, you know, maybe they do just... I'm sure you could find videos where they just take an end of a worm or something and just kind of nibble on it, you know? And in that case, maybe a trailer would work well. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. That's a take. Which one is it? It's this one. Alright. Please don't be a 30-pound snook. It's only a 2-aught shiner. But please be bigger than 13.47. Fingers crossed. Oh, man. Ah, dirty dog, man. Oh, that stinks. But you know, also like Jeremy Wade, I don't really fish for bass that much, so I'm probably a horrible person to ask about it. I really don't have much of an interest in bass fishing. Don't spend a lot of time doing it. Kim J9, what's up? We are down to our last 5 minutes. Whoa. Oh, we have interest. Take it. Do as take. He's taking it. Please be bigger. Please be bigger. And then it'll be just trying to catch the last one in 5 minutes. Fingers crossed. Everyone cross every finger you have. Toes as well. No! Cha! Dang, man! Oh, that burns. It burns inside. Let's switch to a 3-aught. I'm not sure if we'll be able to catch another one. Don't know, man. That was really my best chance, I think. You need Fishing Planet PS5 health, huh? I think it's going to be pretty much identical to everything else. Fishing Planet help on Xbox versus PlayStation versus PC versus mobile. It's all going to be fairly similar. It's just the same game on different devices. They don't make it specifically harder on PlayStation versus other stuff. Did I just reel that in and then not change anything and then throw it back out? Yes, I did. Still have 5 minutes. I know. We're down to 4 minutes now. Oh, man. We might have to just start off the next live stream with this one. You know, we still haven't caught anything on this finger mullet. We might have to switch that up. Switch to shiners or something. Could do a large minnow. Just to change it up. Keep it interesting. Oh, man. I'm not sure we're going to make it happen, guys. Well, I tell you what, everyone, we completed 2 missions today, which isn't too bad. I wish we could have made it 3. We caught the smaller tarpon. I thought that was going to be the hardest part of it, to be quite honest. And the snook was going to be the easiest, and then I was kind of questionable about the red drum. But when it came down to it, we caught the tarpon relatively easily. And then just struggled to catch a large enough snook the entire time, maybe because I was just being a bit conservative on the hook size. But I think that's going to do that for this week's live stream anyway. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. If you haven't considered hitting the like button, maybe consider to it before you leave. But otherwise, awesome live stream. See you next week. Yeah, you as well, Fishaholic, hopefully. We only have a few more before we're gone. I think we only got, what? 2 more weeks? 2, 3 more weeks before we're gone? Head back to the Amazon. So, yeah, got that to look forward to. Anyway, this has been fun. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember, everyone, one planet, one family, game on.